Imagine this, a letter written by a Roman governor, describing Jesus Christ not just as a religious figure, but as a man whose physical appearance and presence left an unforgettable impression. What if this letter is one of the earliest accounts of Jesus' physical traits? And what if it holds clues about how the world has visualized him for centuries? The Lentulus Letter claims to be just that. It's said to be an eyewitness account written by Publius Lentulus, a Roman official, addressed to Caesar himself. In it, Lentulus describes Jesus in vivid detail, from his hair and eyes to his demeanor and speech. But here's the catch. Historians and theologians have debated the authenticity of this letter for centuries. Is it a genuine historical artifact, or is it a medieval forgery designed to inspire faith or artistic tradition? And does it matter? Today, we'll uncover the origins of the letter, dissect its contents, explore its impact, and consider what it means for us today. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll join a community of curious minds exploring the mysteries of history and faith. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's set the stage. Who is this mysterious Publius Lentulus, and why would he write such a letter about Jesus? The story of the Lentulus Letter begins with its supposed author, Publius Lentulus. According to tradition, Lentulus was a Roman governor of Judea, possibly serving during or shortly before the tenure of Pontius Pilate. He is said to have written the letter to Caesar, describing Jesus as a man of exceptional virtue whose presence and teachings were creating waves in the region. But here's the issue. There is no historical record of Publius Lentulus. Roman administrative records, which are known for their detail and precision, do not list a governor of Judea by that name. This absence has led many historians to conclude that Lentulus may not have existed at all, casting immediate doubt on the letter's authenticity. If Lentulus were real, his role as governor would have placed him at the heart of one of the most politically and religiously volatile regions in the Roman Empire. Judea was a melting pot of Jewish traditions, Roman governance, and increasing unrest. The Jewish people resisted Roman control and taxation, while tensions between local leaders and the occupying forces simmered. In this environment, Jesus of Nazareth emerged as a revolutionary figure. His teachings, miracles, and growing following would have drawn attention not only from the Jewish leaders, but also from the Roman authorities. If Lentulus were governor, he might have felt compelled to document the impact of this extraordinary man and report it to Caesar. So, could the Lentulus Letter be a lost relic of Roman correspondence, or is it merely a clever fabrication? Let me ask you this. If a Roman official truly wrote about Jesus in this way, what does that tell us about his influence, even during his lifetime? The Lentulus Letter offers one of the most vivid descriptions of Jesus found in any historical or religious text. It begins with a formal introduction, reportedly written by Lentulus to Caesar. There has appeared in these days a man of great virtue, named Jesus Christ, who is yet living among us and is accepted by the Gentiles as a prophet of truth. But his disciples call him the Son of God. The letter immediately establishes Jesus as a figure of immense significance. It acknowledges both his spiritual authority and the claims of his followers. The description then moves to Jesus' physical appearance. He is a man of medium stature, and his aspect is serene and venerable. His hair is of the color of chestnut, smooth almost to his ears, but from there downward it is curled and falls to his shoulders. He wears it parted in the middle after the manner of the Nazarenes. This detailed portrayal of Jesus has influenced how countless generations have visualized him. The medium stature suggests approachability, while the chestnut hair and neatly groomed appearance convey dignity and grace. The letter continues. His beard is thick and of the same color as his hair, not long but divided at the chin. His eyes are bright and clear, like the rays of the sun, and they inspire both love and fear in those who behold them. This poetic description paints Jesus as someone whose physical presence was both commanding and compassionate. The mention of his eyes being like the rays of the sun emphasizes his divine nature and the sense of awe he inspired. The letter doesn't stop at physical traits. It also describes Jesus' demeanor. He is courteous, kind, and serene. His speech is eloquent and wise, and his teachings are filled with truth and simplicity. When he rebukes, he does so with severity, yet his consolations bring peace to all who hear him. This characterization presents Jesus as a perfect balance of authority and humility. His words carry power, but his actions are rooted in kindness and understanding. Does this description align with the Bible? Not exactly. The Gospels are notably silent on Jesus' physical appearance. Isaiah 53 verse 2 even suggests that he was unremarkable in appearance. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. This discrepancy raises questions about the Lentulus Letter. Was it a genuine eyewitness account, or was it created later to provide a more humanized and relatable image of Jesus? The authenticity of the Lentulus Letter has been debated for centuries. Scholars generally agree that it is likely a forgery, but let's explore both sides of the argument. What are the arguments for authenticity? Number 1, credibility of Roman reports. Roman officials frequently wrote detailed reports about significant events and figures in their regions. Jesus, with his growing influence, might have warranted such a report. Number 2 is the continuity with early art. The description in the letter aligns closely with early Christian art, suggesting it may have drawn from oral traditions or lost records. Arguments against authenticity includes 1. No historical evidence of Lentulus. There is no record of Publius Lentulus in Roman history, making it unlikely that he existed. 2. Medieval origins. The letter first surfaced in the 15th century, a period known for producing religious forgeries. 3. Language and style. The Latin used in the letter reflects medieval phrasing, not the style of first-century Roman correspondence. If the letter is a forgery, what was the motive behind its creation? Some believe it was intended to inspire devotion, offering believers a vivid image of Jesus. Others argue it was designed to standardize depictions of Christ in art, ensuring consistency across Christian iconography. Whether it's fact or fiction, the Lentulus Letter has undeniably shaped how we imagine Jesus. But does it matter if it's real? As we move into the historical context of its influence, let me ask, could a forgery still hold value if it inspires faith? The Lentulus Letter emerged in the Middle Ages, a time of deep religious devotion but limited historical literacy. People craved tangible connections to their faith, leading to the proliferation of relics, artifacts, and documents like this letter. Its influence on Christian art is undeniable. The serene, bearded figure with long hair described in the letter became the standard depiction of Jesus in Western culture. From Byzantine mosaics to Renaissance masterpieces, this image persists to this day. In today's world, the Lentulus Letter serves as a reminder of humanity's desire to see and understand the divine. Even as a forgery, it bridges the gap between faith and history, offering a lens through which we can reflect on how tradition shapes belief. As Paul writes in 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7, "For we live by faith, not by sight." This verse reminds us that faith is not dependent on physical evidence. Whether the Lentulus Letter is real or not, its power lies in the way it invites us to imagine and connect with Jesus. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the Lentulus Letter. Whether it's fact or forgery, one thing is clear: it continues to captivate and inspire. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe the letter could be authentic, or do you think it's a fascinating medieval invention? And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Before you go, check out our related video. Hidden 3,000-year-old Bible reveals Michael and Lucifer's battle over Moses' body. Click the card on your screen now for another mind-blowing historical exploration. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.